name's Kershaw. Started Beth in 2022. Yes, and started on my birthday. I'm part of the Startup Loans team. That's kind of my area of expertise within Beth. It's the government-backed scheme that we work with. So we help businesses that have been trading for under 3 years or have not even started trading yet. With that, we can offer up to $25,000 per director, and that's a 6% fee, interest rate, and then there's no setup fees or no early repayment fees. That's kind of the basics of the scheme, but we can kind of support as many people as we want. There's a lot of people that we can support. There's not a lot of eligibility criteria that we don't accept. But that's just kind of the people that we will help. It's quite difficult to specify really. We do help a lot of people, and with that there's a lot of different, ethnicities, ages that we do help. I think kind of breaking it down, it's probably more 20s to 50s age-wise that we do help, but I've helped up to I think an 80-year-old who's wanting to start a new business, which is really good. That they are wanting to do that. We are wanting to, increase the demographics so that it's all equal between everyone. But in terms of kind of the sector, businesses, we get a lot of hairdressers, hospitality, retail, things like that. Construction's also another one. But there's not a lot that we don't do really. So it's hard to specify exactly, what's the most common one that we get. The ones that are really just genuine people. We have a lot of calls with people, and we obviously see how excited people are, and just the people that are so excited about everything, passionate about it, and just proper genuine people who are wanting to help the community. That's what excites me. When you do get to ring them and say your loan's been approved and they're over the moon with it, that's what excites me. I love the fact that we are helping people and benefiting people, and there's a lot of people out there that do struggle, and this is kind of the new opportunity for them, and that's what excites me the most about it, just being able to help someone and put a smile on someone's face. I had one lady who came to us, and she owned a childminding business already, but she was wanting to extend it because she was running out of places, and she wanted to kind of build a nursery instead. She was still going to run the childminding business, but it was kind of self-sufficient at this point, so the staff could run it for her. So she ended up starting this nursery business after we gave her £20,000, and the phone call after I told her that the loan had been approved was just amazing. She was crying on the phone, which was positive crying, but it was just really nice to see that emotion and see how you've helped, and she was really positive throughout the whole process, and I think that's what really excited me about it. And I still check up on how the business is going, and it's going really well, so that's something I do like to do. I do like to check up on people and see how it's all going. For some reason I'd really like to do electric manipulation. I don't know why. I just love to shoot electric out my fingers. That'd be just fun, I think. And especially since there's so much electricity now, with modern day, I think it'd be, I don't know, I think it'd be a cool party trick to show someone, and just maybe light candles or something like that with electricity. That'd be easy. I'd love to speak to Princess Diana. I just think she'd be quite a nice person to talk to, and there's a lot of things that she's done in her life that I'd like to discuss and go into more detail, and I'd also like to just kind of update her with how life is going really. My second one would be Stan Lee, who wrote the Avengers and everything like that. I'd just like to know kind of what his process was when he was thinking of them, and I just like the film, so I'd love to know more about it. And then my third one is Neil Armstrong. Yeah, I know there's a lot of conversation of is the moon landing real or that kind of topic. I'd love to ask him more questions about it, probe him about it and see if it was, and just ask how the moon was. When I was young I was really interested in space, so I think that'd be kind of bring back a bit of my childhood into it. I've got two best pieces of advice that I was given. One was from my manager, who is currently my manager here, and he said that when someone does something wrong or when someone doesn't understand something, don't necessarily say how have they not understood it, say how have you not taught it correctly, or how can you teach it better, how can you make them understand better. So from that I've kind of taken, when something doesn't go right, look to yourself first, don't put the blame on someone else, see how you can improve before saying how someone else can improve. And then my second piece of advice is kind of like more of a personal piece of advice, but it's like when someone around you is upset or, you know, needs comfort or something like that, don't necessarily go straight to solutions. Ask them, do you want comfort or do you want solutions? Because I feel like a lot of times I'm a bit like, I just want comfort. I don't want any solutions right now. I understand how I can solve it. I just want the comfort. So I think that's really helped me, you know, with like relationships with people. I've got loads of advice that I could give. I could go on for hours probably. But my main thing is think of plan A, think of plan B, think of plan C. Don't always take, you know, the first option as your best option or the only option, and don't rely on that option. Things happen for a reason, and sometimes things don't always go how you expect them to. So I really think you need to think of other options and make sure, you know, you've got different avenues to go down to make sure that, you know, it's the right option for you. Regarding to finance, I always think be overly cautious. Always think, how are you going to pay it back before taking out money? And the people that we want to lend to more, the people that are overly cautious and they're like, I don't want that much money, those are the people that we're really kind of excited to lend to, because they're cautious, they know what's going on and they've thought about it, and it's a thorough plan. So that's kind of my advice for funding, and then if you're going to start a business.